Hi, welcome to On This Day in Tudor History with me, Claire Ridgway, author of On This Day in Tudor History. Now today I'm taking you back to the reign of King Henry VIII, but actually something that didn't happen in England. For on this day in Tudor history, the 6th of September 1520, the famous reformer Martin Luther sent his pamphlet On the Freedom of a Christian, also known as a treatise on Christian liberty, to Pope Leo X. The pamphlet opened with the following dedicatory address to the Pope. Among those monstrous evils of this age with which I have now for 3 years been waging war, I am sometimes compelled to look to you and to call you to mind, most blessed Father Leo. In truth, since you alone are everywhere considered as being the cause of my engaging in war, I cannot at any time fail to remember you. And although I have been compelled by the causeless raging of your impious flatterers against me to appeal from your seat to a future council, fearless of the futile decrees of your predecessors Pius and Julius, who in their foolish tyranny prohibited such an action, yet I have never been so alienated in feeling from your blessedness as not to have sought with all my might in diligent prayer and crying to God all the best gifts for you and for your see. But those who have hitherto endeavoured to terrify me with the majesty of your name and authority, I've begun quite to despise and triumph over. One thing I see remaining which I cannot despise, and this has been the reason of my writing anew to your blessedness, namely that I find that blame is cast on me, and that it is imputed to me as a great offence, that in my rashness I am judged to have spared not even your person. In his pamphlet, Luther emphasised the twofold nature of Christians as saints and sinners, flesh and spirit. He examined the paradox of a Christian's life, his freedom due to God's forgiveness, but also his duty to serve God and his neighbours, and his sinful nature which caused him to be deserving of death, but his freedom of sin and his redemption because of his rebirth in faith. Luther believed that a Christian became free from the bondage of sin by faith rather than good works. This was his doctrine of justification by faith alone through the grace of God. Martin Luther is viewed as the main catalyst of the European Reformation because his written works were circulated widely around Europe and had a major impact. He had come to prominence after he sent out his The 95 Theses, proper title Disputation of Martin Luther on the Power and Efficacy of Indulgences, which he sent out in October 1517. In this work, among other things, he attacked the sale of indulgences, he emphasised justification by faith, he explained the limiting power of the Pope, emphasised that true repentance should be a way of life and not earned by confession, and declared that it was blasphemous to consider the cross with papal arms on it as of equal worth of Christ's cross. Luther ended up being excommunicated by Pope Leo X in January 1521 after he refused to retract his 95 Theses. On the 12th of May 1521 at St Paul's in London, Bishop John Fisher and Cardinal Thomas Wolsey proclaimed Luther a heretic and burnt his works. And then on the 25th of May 1521, he was branded an outlaw and heretic by Emperor Charles V in the Edict of Worms. Luther managed to escape capture, first residing at Wartburg Castle, where he worked on translating the New Testament from Greek to German, and then returning to Wittenberg, where he worked at the university teaching theology and also founded a church based on his ideas and beliefs. He married a former nun, Katharina von Bora, and they had 6 children together. Martin Luther died on the 18th of February 1546 and was buried in the Castle Church at Wittenberg. Also on this day in history, the 6th of September 1615, in the reign of King James I, Tudor physician, clergyman and inventor of modern shorthand, Timothy Bright, was buried at St Mary's Church in Shrewsbury. You can find out more about this fascinating man and the works he published in Elizabeth I's reign, which have helped people the world over, in last year's video, and you'll find a link to that in the description. Thank you for joining me today. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking around about there. You can hit the bell to be notified as these videos go live. You can leave a comment and you can give me a like. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.